Hey guys and gals, we got a new contest today, so I wanted to take a look at that, cover the content of that with you, and see if I could offer any tips or advice for an approach on it as we're going through. Um, just a quick status update. We got 3 days to go, and I'm at about almost 2.9 million out of 3 million as far as getting to that final milestone and getting that Booker T. So I got to figure out a way to get 120,000 combination of 120,000 ingots, perks using turnbuckles, increasing the talent of Stephanie McMahon. I got to figure out how to work all of that in the next 3 days if I want to get that Booker T. I'm starting to feel better about it because of the current contest that just opened up. It's going to require a grind, but it does mean that it gives me a legit shot. So we have this Modern versus Legend contest going on now. It's going on for the next 3 days. It is a Blitz contest. Looking at the rewards, I know for some, all the belt and strap stuff that's in here is probably not going to interest them all that much, but there is a pretty decent chunk of coin. I don't know what we're looking at here. I haven't done the math, but it's looking at, I'm going to ballpark that at about 5 million coin available. There's also, if you have the right wrestlers and the patience and willingness to grind, there are these medallions, and these medallions are allowing you to pick stuff off the prize wall in the store. And there's some pretty awesome wrestlers and things that are available in there in the store that you get to pick from if you manage to make it that high. So how do you make it that high? Well, you can work on the talent of any Legends era superstar or Modern era superstar, and that gets you 1 point for every talent point up. All right, so maximum talent a wrestler can hit is roughly around 13 or 14,000. It's pretty expensive to try to go from 0 to 14,000 in 3 days in terms of tokens and TP and coin. So it's not really something I would focus on too much. That's more like you realize you're falling just a little bit short of a milestone, and maybe throwing some coin or TP or tokens or something at a wrestler gets you to the next reward level. Maybe that's something you do at the very, very end if you are really, really close to a milestone, but you're not quite there yet. Most of your points are going to come from, and this is a typical approach. Scopely wants to reward those that have invested in getting some of the more rare wrestlers in the game, right? So they're going to give these bonus points for beating the boss of the blitzes with these wrestlers, these specific wrestlers. All of them say beating the boss of the Legend Blitz. So these are all obviously part of the Legend Blitzes, and then there's the Modern Blitz, beating the bosses with the Modern Blitzes down here. So some of these you can only get credit for it once, right? So if you have Hulk Hogan, you can't just keep beating the boss of the Legend Blitz with Hulk Hogan and crushing the competition and get all the rewards. You're only going to get credit for that one time. There's other wrestlers in here that you're going to get credit for 3. So you can do 3 blitzes with these people, beat the boss at the end with these people, and get the bonus points. And of course, you're going to get points just for beating the bosses of the Modern and Legend Blitz, regardless of whether or not you have any of these people. And this is the grind part of it, right? So you keep going, you keep doing the blitz, you keep beating the bosses, you keep getting the 750 over and over and over and over and over again, and you can grind your way to, even the topmost reward level. So it's not like this is a contest that is only available to those that have these people. This just kind of cuts down the time and effort you have to do, right? So this is, for those of you willing to get a lot of energy drinks and not sleep for the next 3 days, you have a shot. If you really wanted to try to grind your way there, you could get yourself 2 superstars out of this contest, and if you do that, more power to you. I salute you, and I hope you're still alive at the end. Let's take a look at some of the stuff in the store. All right, so yeah, everybody, don't forget to get your free pouches that show up every day, your bags. So I'm gonna go grab those. All right, and then here are the free Blitz tickets for the Blitz. My understanding is that if you beat the boss at the end of the Blitz, you get a free Blitz ticket. So this isn't something where you have to keep going back here and eventually buying Blitz tickets to keep playing. As long as you keep beating the boss at the end, you will get another Blitz ticket to make another go. So I'm going to go ahead and claim mine. And actually, it looks like you get 10 of these guys. So even if you do have some trouble with the boss, you have the ability to get back in here and grab some more. And then let's see, we got coins for the loot wall if you want to pay some money to take a shot at getting some wrestlers. Looks like you can buy Blitz tickets for $1. Each Blitz ticket type is $1. And then here we go. So you get those top 2 medallion spots. You get your pick of the people on this wall. I have Luke Harper. You guys know at this point he's one of my favorites. I do not have, want all 3. If I manage to make it up there, I'm actually most interested in Ricochet. I think he is a superior person to use in Showdown, and also an excellent feud person as well. I feel pretty good about my technician roster. Acrobat is someplace I'd love to strengthen, so that's pretty cool. And I know tons of you that are not going to jump on that, but that's there as well. And then if you go down here to the Legends one, still won't give you Hogan. They give you 200 more shards of Hogan, so you can get that much closer, you know. But you still don't get Hogan. However, Volkov is awesome as a striker, especially if you have his outfit. So that is tremendous. Also great if you have Iron Sheik. The 2 as a tag pair are terrific. Bruno Sammartino, definitely a solid tier 2 technician. Slick Rick is one of the best showboats in the game. There are other places to get him though, so I don't know if I would necessarily use a medallion on him here. And then Sting the Stinger, solid tier 2 acrobat. If you already have Volkov, there's no shame in picking up Sting. He's definitely a solid addition to your team. He comes up from time to time too for contests, so good to have. So I mean, that's pretty much it in the store for this event. So let's take a look at the actual contest itself. So we have 2 blitzes here, Modern versus Legend. Oh, you know what? That's interesting. Let me see. Oh yeah, okay. So Blitz ticket isn't. Somebody mentioned this on Discord. Actually, the Blitz ticket is actually in a bag, so you don't just open it and just get a Blitz ticket. You get the bag, and then you open the bag, and inside is a Blitz ticket for one of the blitzes. So now I have a Blitz ticket for the Legends Blitz. I'll go ahead and open these while I'm in here. Watch myself get the absolute minimum. 200 higher than the minimum. This one would probably just be 500. That's what I've been usually getting. Oh, 1,000. I feel special now. So I've got one for the Legends Blitz now. So let's, I guess there were 10 of them in there, so I guess I can go in and grab some other ones and get some for the other Blitz as well. But let's take a look at the Legend Blitz and see what we got. All right, so we got 4 slots here. We got 2 slots here. We have no fill bonus whatsoever. I've got my 1 ticket to join my 1 Blitz. Let's take a look at the prizes. So 25 of these guys for your straps to increase the power of your straps. 500 ingots. That's something that I'm happy to see, because that gives me a chance to grind my way to the top of the month-long event. I can just keep winning these suckers, grabbing 500 of these. It's going to be painful. I'm glad it's only a 4-match Blitz. It would be painful to have to close the gap that I've got right now, but that will certainly get it done. Oh, and that's interesting. So at the end of the Legend Blitz, you're awarded with a Modern Blitz ticket. So you would be bouncing back and forth. You would beat Legend, I bet, if we go and we take a look at the modern Blitz. If it'll let me. If we take a look at the modern Blitz, which I don't have a ticket for. If I beat the Legend Blitz boss, I get a ticket for this one. Same setup. And then, yep, so top prize is a Legend one. So with one ticket, you can basically bounce back and forth between the two Blitzes. So the next question would be, how do you create your lineup for this Blitz? Usually with Blitzes where there's only 3 or 4 matches, what I typically see is, unlike a 9-match Blitz where it takes the average of all of your wrestlers to determine how hard it's going to be. Usually with these smaller ones, what they do is they make this boss a little bit stronger than your strongest person. So the strategy of putting together a team, if that's the case, and I'm going to go ahead and do one of these and take one for the team to actually try to figure out how they're calculating difficulty for this thing. But the strategy for this is typically take a group of wrestlers that all have very similar talent levels. You're probably going to end up having one of those wrestlers defeated in the contest, but you will have weakened the boss enough for the other person who is just as strong to then beat the boss. Now, there's no guarantee that's the way this is, but that's the way a lot of them are. This is a great opportunity. I don't know if there's wrestlers that we can use in this contest that are what I would call Blitz wrestlers. Blitz wrestlers to me are wrestlers that have the ability to heal themselves, have a lot of submission moves, or like Zombie Austin, where they can basically just keep their opponent stunned the entire time and just grind them down. So if there's an opportunity for those Blitz style wrestlers, the kind where, they might be a little slow to use, but they are able to preserve their health, and you can use them over and over again in matches without not needing to use a lot of your healing packs and not having to switch out a lot of wrestlers, then I advise to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and take a shot at this Legends mode and see what we got. So 3 superstars to start the Blitz, so you don't have to use all 6 spots. You can just use 3. Now, if this is one of the ones where they calculate difficulty based on average, then you're going to want to put as many people as you can, as long as you have some weak people to put in there. By weak, I mean people that are talent of about 300 to 1,000 talent. So you would have some strong people, and then you maybe 1 or 2 strong people, and then you'd put a bunch of weak people. I'm going to try to roll with just 2 sort of equally strong, and then maybe like just throw a scrub in there and see what kind of difficulty I get. All right, so here's an example. Not the best example, but this is an example of a way you can get a win using one of the special characters, even if you haven't developed them. So this is the boss fight on the Legends Blitz. I was using my Macho Man Randy Savage. I've now managed to whittle the boss down to where the boss is dangered. And so if I pin the boss and get the win, I don't get any extra bonus points because I didn't win the match with one of the bonus characters. I won the match with a character that's not a bonus character. So I'll still get the points for beating the boss, but I won't get the points for beating a boss with a bonus character. So what I can do now is I can actually quit this match and then go back into the match with the bonus character with him still at 0 health and get the quick pin and the quick win to get the bonus points. So you can do that, if you have a character that's not strong enough to beat the boss, you can whittle him down with someone else, get him close to danger or in danger, and then take him out. Now, the people I typically choose to use to whittle the boss down is going to be some kind of character that has a lot of moves that do damage that don't necessarily cause pinfalls. In this particular case, I'm using Macho Man, and Macho Man excuse me, Macho Man has this move where the pin bar doesn't move, does all this damage, destroys all these gems, but the pin bar never moves, so he doesn't pin with them. And then this move here turns a 2x5 random area into multiplied gems, and it causes damage, but again, putting a bunch of multiplied gems on the board doesn't cause a pinfall. So if you can get them down low enough to where you can then use moves that don't create pins because they don't destroy gems, right? You're not moving the pin bar with this move, or destroying gems, like putting out a bunch of silence gems or moves like that where there's a lot of damage being caused but not necessarily causing a pinfall. Dead Man would be a good example of somebody you could use for that. Zombie Austin, I don't know who, obviously those aren't Legends people, but just people, keep in mind those kind of people, so that you can get them down low but you don't necessarily cause a pinfall. And then what you would do at this point is you would pause, you'd quit. Now remember, this means your wrestler goes down to 0 health, right? So you got to have the health packs for this. And this isn't the best example in the world because my Slick Rick happens to be pretty strong, but let's just pretend my Slick Rick was not strong. So at this point, when I put Ric Flair in, and I'm gonna get him, I haven't got him set up yet. Something I should have done before I ever got into Blitz. Think. All right. So now I'm going to put my Ric Flair in. Now I know my Ric Flair is pretty strong, but let's just pretend my Ric Flair was not. So at this point, when I go into the match, Elias is the boss here. Elias's health will still be 0. Right? And so my moves fully charged, both of these moves fully ready to go. Why is that? That is because I invested in Blitz perks, right? So I put an MP trainer, purple MP trainer on him, and then I've got the Blitz perks. So boom, right off the gate, 2 moves ready to go. So throw him in a submission hold, and it's over, right? Because his health is already 0. Pow. Done. Right? So even if your character that you need to beat them with, the boss with, has 300 talent, if you've zeroed out the boss's strength, and then you put your person in their fully charged submission move, you drop them, right? With those Blitz perks and MP trainers, you should be able to have a move fully charged and ready to go, and you can just drop them with that move. If you don't have Blitz perks, you can still do it, right? I mean, you can still move that pin bar all the way and pin them before they can take you out. That's still a possibility, so don't think you have to have that. And if we pop over here to the contest, let me grab these rewards real quick. I guess I could just click on that one. And there we go, my Slick Rick. I got 9,250 bonus points for that, right? So, that's an example of just how that works. All right, this might be a better example of a pause quit. So I'm bringing the Trickster Ric Flair into this match for the bonus points. I've dangered Elias, and I'm going to pause quit. So now I'm not, trading out one super powerful wrestler for another super powerful wrestler. My Trickster Ric Flair, I think, is 2,000 talent. Now, every time I do this is going to cost me 15 health packs, or I'm going to have to put my wrestler up for heals. I happen to have quite a few health packs, so I'm not putting my wrestler up for heals, saving those heal tokens for some of my squad mates that may need those. But here I'm going to put in this Ric Flair. Obviously, major advantage, but I've already zeroed out his health, right? So I just need to get a pinfall. So this Ric Flair has a submission move. It's a high charge submission move, so I might not be able to get that one off so quickly. So what I really need is, let's see. I got this low charge move that makes 5 random gems into purple gems. So that might be my best chance, right? So I want to fill that move quickly. So I'm going to get George Steele on him so I can get that move charged and ready to go. And then the other thing I want to do with this purple gem move is I want to get purple gem trainer on him, which is Daniel Bryan. And Daniel Bryan. Right, because I want to make more of those purple gems to give myself a better chance to get this pinfall. All right, see, fully filled right off the bat, because not only do I have George Steele on there for the MP bonus, but I also have the Blitz perks, which give me bonus MP. So this move is completely full already. So right out of the gate, I'm going to use that move. Hopefully I get lucky with where it places these gems. Boom, boom, done. So that's how that works. So again, I'm going to have to heal up my Randy Savage to get him to fight in the next Blitz. But this gives me the opportunity to pin the boss with weaker characters that get a bonus in this game so that I can get further along in the contest. So I did want to mention, after playing 4 of these blitzes so far, it looks like Scopely is calculating the difficulty based on the average strength of the team, right? So I've got 6 wrestlers in, total team strength 14,591. That has produced the weakest opponent by far. So if you're trying to make this thing easy on yourself, I would say take your strongest Legend Era wrestler, maybe take a second one as a backup just in case things go bad. But I think you would probably be able to clear the entire thing with just one wrestler more often than not. But maybe you want to consider taking 2 strong and then make everyone else as weak as humanly possible. You know, maybe taking wrestlers that are eligible for a bonus. But I think that's going to give you your best chance of a smooth ride through the Blitz. You know, I did want to mention again that I don't know how far any of you are in the month-long contest, but even if you're not close to the top milestone, if you're at least getting close to the next milestone, Scopely in their benevolence and grace has made this to where you can grind this out, right? You're not going to have to pay for any Blitz tickets as long as you beat the boss, and you're going to get points. You're going to get ingots with every run, and so you have the chance to get farther in this contest with requires ingots in order to progress. So just a little kindness from Scopely right there. Alright, gang, that's about it for me. Good luck out there. I hope you all the best, and catch you on the next video. Bye.